1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, McFly, what do you think you're doing? Hey, I'm talking to you, McFly, you Irish bug.
Drink a beer! Your rent's due, motherfucker! Are you conscious?
You think I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in this slop house?
Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next?
Welcome back, all loyal listeners and haters alike. And anyone else that thinks the Broncos fucking suck, man?
I was going to get into that. I was going to kind of ease our way into it.
No,
It's funny how much praise he was giving him last year at this time. Huh?
No. I wasn't one of the big bandwagon
Actually,
praisers, dude.
I was going to say I do have to side with him
No,
on
he
this
was
one.
being shitty towards the quarterback, but it was still his
That's
team.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Smite's got a point.
Yeah, I mean, they're still my team, and I love them, and we'll talk about it in sports. But anyhow,
I love my team too.
tonight is what the fuck is tonight? Is it 28th?
It's the 28th of
28th?
November. Yeah.
Tonight is Monday night, November 28th, 2016.
And no snow on the ground.
No snow.
It was still cold as shit today.
It was
though.
very cold, yes, and windy. My name is Pimp Snaggles.
I am the Irish car wreck.
And this is 6.
in 60.
Over here on the left with his F.O. Sachi glasses. His fucking, his
I'm going to
Versace.
put him on right now.
You can't even spell Versace.
It says it on the box.
It's DJ Smite.
Yeah.
We are sans Viagra
We
tonight.
are Sans Viagra.
So running the timer in the dinghy bell is my very good friend Pimp Snaggles.
Yeah. What it do, what it do.
What a do,
And hanging out doing whatever the fuck it is he does.
One-eyed wonky.
You guys called me from the bar, so
I did.
that's
I
what
called
it
him from
is.
the bar.
We called in backup from the bar. One-eyed wonky.
Get your ass down here and drink
Your
some
drunk
beer.
ass over here. Drink some beer over here.
Right?
Get your drunk ass over here and get drunker. Oh, man. So, the week in review.
Oh, yes. It was a good one.
Oh, my
a
God,
good one.
dude. So,
I was allowed back in the bar.
we were. That is huge news.
Yes.
We went and I went and lobbied with the principal's office and said, "Look, here's the deal. Mr. and Mrs. Principal are out of town. Let's bring in the assistant principal." And she was like, "All right, we'll let him try it. It's on a beer only basis, no shots, but it's still probation. But you are back in." So
Yeah, she
that's
told
good
me
shit.
straight up on Wednesday night, she was like, the first time that you get that glazed over look or you start acting like an asshole, you're out.
No shots for you.
Yeah. And so, as I alluded to, Mr. and Mrs. Principal were out of town. Assistant principal was a little miffed at Rec for posting on Facebook that he was in the T-bar.
I didn't know I wasn't allowed.
Oh, man.
I took it down right away.
But it's okay.
Why wasn't he
Mrs.
allowed?
Principal, well, he is allowed, but
To post it.
Now.
I didn't think about not posting it that
Right.
the day of. Like,
but Mr. and
maybe I
Mrs.
should.
Principal didn't they don't know
They
that
were
he's
out of
allowed
town,
back
man.
in.
You're supposed to shush.
So I don't think they still know that I've been back in the
no.
bar all weekend.
Probably not.
Okay.
I think the other bartender will be the only one that really has an issue with it.
Yeah.
I think everybody else is fine with it, so whatever, it's
Well,
fine.
she's dumb anyway.
Well, the karaoke guy's fine with it because
Did you apologize to him?
I've talked.
he was
I've-
singing.
I've talked to. Yeah, I went down there and did karaoke without anybody. So.
Okay. Yeah.
We were
I
there.
talked to both the both the landlords. That shows you how much fucking issue I have with my landlord right now.
Right.
No, I talked to both the bartenders, and they're all right as long as I don't act like an asshole. Which, unfortunately for me, is a very
It's
difficult.
gonna be interesting to watch, man. I tell you what. So, anyways, to that point, on Wednesday night when we got him back in, I called you guys up and said
Yeah.
we're fucking getting drunk.
We got drunk as shit.
We
Round
got
one.
drunk as shit. That was round one.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God, dude.
Telling you right now, and I texted you this, but I think I texted you Friday morning, not Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
A beer hangover.
Oh,
Is a
it's a lot
motherfucker,
different,
It's
man.
worse, dude.
God
No.
damn
Let me
it.
tell you
Dude,
about
no,
a
it's
whiskey
keg
Coke.
beer.
It
Keg
drags.
beer.
It drags.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Whiskey Coke hangover is worse.
Well, yeah. Wednesday was a motherfucker. We started doing pitchers of whiskey and Coke.
No, that was
Yeah.
That was Wednesday.
Was that Wednesday night
I
that you guys
think
were
maybe
doing?
was it
No.
Thursday?
I think it was Thursday.
Could have been.
I think it was
It was
Thursday.
Oh, I
Thursday.
think you're right. Yeah.
You were doing pictures of whiskey and coke.
That's
So
ridiculous.
I looked at Viagra at one point, and he had his own pitcher, and I had a pitcher, and I said, "Drink your pitcher, pussy." And he's like, "Well, I'm working on it." And I just grabbed mine and just chugged my fucking pitcher, dude.
Oh,
I remember that one and one pitcher after it, and that's all I remember. But apparently, I was still there for another 2.5 hours after that.
Yeah.
I was, goddamn, dude. Oh, I was fucked up.
Still rocking an 886 on the punch machine.
Yeah, dude, I was wasted. But so Wednesday night got way out of hand.
Dude.
Thursday,
All right. Was it Thursday night that dude tried to hit the punching machine and get like a 125 or something? Like the punching machine pretty much hit him back.
yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
What?
I don't remember who it was. It was
Some little cowboys are there playing pool.
yeah. So
That shit was hilarious.
You know, I mean, to that point, it was Thanksgiving on Thursday, and so everybody traveled off and did their thing, and I bounced all over all day.
I drank a case of beer at my mother-in-law's.
I deep fried my first turkey. That was pretty badass. So then when we got back, everybody was just kind of hanging out, and I was like, well, fuck, let's go to the bar again. So we did. And it's funny because on holidays, like especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, you get random people that come in the bar that you never really see in the bar.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because people are sitting around going, well, what the fuck do we do? And they're like, oh, wait a minute,
let's
the
go to
bar's
the bar.
open.
The bar's open.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right?
Yeah. So there was just random people there we had never met before.
I always love how, though, like, especially with those random people,
Mm-hmm.
they see you and DJ Smite hitting that punching machine, and they're like, oh, I'm going to toss my hat in the ring.
I'm going to go do
Dude,
this.
you're talking about two of the biggest hard-hitting motherfuckers
In the bar. Yeah, you got some.
And,
Yeah.
and you're going to
Yeah.
bring your 125-pound
It is
ass
funny,
over there
man.
and throw a
Damn, I wish
punch,
I was
dude.
there, fellas.
It is
Oh,
funny,
man.
dude. There was one guy one time, though. He was a little skinny dude.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Dude,
that
he,
guy.
he hit over 700.
Dude, he could hit. No, that
he
one
was
dude could
hitting
hit 900s.
He was hitting right there with us. He was
Yeah.
within 5 or 10 points of us. Dude.
Yeah, dude, little
and
dude.
he was it was very deceiving. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dude, that guy's got a swing on him, bro.
Yeah, he
So we
did.
made friends with him right away. So we're
Yeah, we made him part of the club right away.
So then Friday, I was hurting Friday, boy. Phew.
I bet.
Ugh, dude, so much
Yeah,
whiskey.
you
and
didn't
Coke,
come out
man.
Friday or Saturday
Nope.
at all.
Fuck.
It's like, fuck you guys.
Nope. So, because me and Gigi went to the Bronco game yesterday, so that's why
Right.
we didn't come out Saturday because she didn't want to be hungover for the game, yada yada. So we ended up going to the game last night, which was
Shit.
a disaster.
Shit.
Yeah, it was shite, pure shite. But again, we'll talk about that later. But we did get a hotel room down at Crown Plaza in Denver, which was cool. Gigi wasn't feeling so hot after the game. We were both pretty fucked up. So we just went back
Was
to
she
the
not feeling
hotel.
good because she was fucked up, or was she not feeling good because she just wasn't feeling good?
A little of both. Column A, column B. But so then she was really cold and shit too because it was pretty fucking cold down there. And we took a bike taxi back from the stadium
That
to
was
Crown
stupid.
Plaza. It honestly, dude, we couldn't have got a taxi any faster, and there's no fucking way we could have walked any faster.
Well,
so
yeah.
it worked out all right. So we went back to the hotel bar and closed that down, and got pretty fucking shit faced. We were drinking 7 and 7s.
Oh god!
Which I haven't
Just to
drank.
switch it up?
I haven't drank in forever. Well, they had a limited supply at the
Oh,
at the
shit.
bar at the hotel, so I was like, well, fuck. I was like, we can do whiskey.
Let's
Cokes.
take the entire supply.
Right on.
So we wiped out one bottle of Seagram 7. They had to go back to the office and get another one, and like we were doing double talls. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna call last call in like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh shit! And I'm like fucking pounding these 7 and 7s, dude. I was fucked up when we went back to the hotel room.
You just
man.
didn't walk in and say, "Why the fuck don't you have any Jim Beam?"
Oh,
So
Jameson.
they didn't have Jameson. Thank God.
Bring in the red stag. Fuck you.
My pops got fucked up 2 nights in a row, bro.
Oh, dude, Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah,
we
dude.
fucked
Oh, my
Machete
God,
up,
dude.
dude. Yeah, we fucked Machete up, man.
Yeah.
So, what? I don't know. What'd you guys do Friday and Saturday
Machete
night?
doesn't drink
I-
that much.
Yeah,
Mikey and I cooked at his house and we had a 2.5 pound tenderloin, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
on
Fri-
Friday, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
Friday night I was gonna say. I
then we
hung out.
drank after and then...
You guys all just hung out
I-
at his house.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, on Friday night we
Viagra's-
just hung over at Viagra's house.
Yeah, yeah.
And got pretty. I filled up the that comically large flask that I
Oh, yeah.
with a huge bottle of
Oh
Fireball.
God, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's how... He came early in the day, though, with
Oh,
that, too.
Fuck yeah, I
No,
did.
and then I told him,
Dude,
I
I
was
was-
like, dude, I'm not drinking that. I'm not
Snaggles.
drinking that.
I was looking for you, buddy.
Oh fuck!
I came by your house. I was like, "Where the fuck is he,
No
man?
way,
He
dude.
needs to be drinking this with me."
No,
Dude, he shows
fucking
up and I'm
way.
sitting on the couch and he's like, "Take a drink." I'm like, "Fuck no, dude."
And then you did.
It's
When
a
he came back,
huge fucking flask.
No, it's a
dude.
massive flask, dude. They're ridiculously huge.
I mean, I fit. What is that? That was
Like
it
a
7
liter or-
40 ounces.
750.
64 ounces is what they
Yeah,
are.
it was
Holy
fucking massive,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, that's a blackout. Dude. That's a jail cell. In
Yeah.
the night, dude.
Yeah, when me and Mikey, when we were in Vegas and we each had one, we got them filled up. Made the bartender fill them up with whiskey and Coke, and it took 2 bottles of whiskey. Oh, no. That she put a bottle in each and then filled the rest up with Coke, and it was, oh, God, dude.
Yeah, fucking forget that.
We was fucked up.
Blackout.
That was
3
that
blocks
was
down.
we took that one for a bike ride on Friday. That motherfucker ain't coming out of the closet for a while. It's going right back on the shelf.
Did
where
you
it
guys
belongs.
ever, I don't know if you guys ever participated in the speed jug or not. I don't think you guys did. No. I had,
Doesn't sound like something I want to
it's
do.
funny because,
Yeah,
oh, and
that
actually I
sounds
went,
terrible.
Dozer was in town on Saturday, and I went and had lunch with him on Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, he actually brought it up. He goes, it's probably a good thing you never had the fucking speed jug around those guys. And I was like, yeah, no, it's a damn good thing, dude, because the speed jug was it was a 5-gallon gas can that I bought.
I already lost interest.
And
Sounds dangerous.
and, so it's a 5-gallon gas can, and I bought it at a motocross shop, so it has the speed valve on it. It's made for filling bikes or race cars or whatever. So I never put
0
gas in
to
it.
100 real quick.
Yeah, I never put gas in it. We only mixed up whiskey and Coke in it. So we'd do 3 handles.
God.
We'd
What
do
the fuck is wrong with you, man?
So we'd do 3 handles of whiskey, and then the rest would be Coke, right? And so what we'd do is we'd take it up to the sand dunes, and you just set it on top of a truck, And so you just go over there, hit the fucking valve, and fucking hold on, dude, because you're
just
getting
pours
whiskey, you're
black out,
just
dude, in
getting
the
whiskey
cup.
and Coke just pumped into you, dude. And the thing was, like, the way to do it was to plug the end of the tube, curl it up, hit the valve, let it fill the tube up, close the valve, and just drink the tube, which is still, like 18 ounces of fucking whiskey and Coke in
More
one
than you
shot.
need,
Yeah, way more than you need. But it's funny to see newbies walk up there because they wouldn't do that. They just
they
put
don't
their
do it.
mouth
They
on
just
the
open
hose,
their mouth and
open
open the valve. dude.
Like a small child trying to drink out of a garden
Then
hose.
when
Yeah.
they stop, they still got 18
They
more
still, yeah,
ounces.
when they close the valve, there's still 18 ounces coming your way, motherfucker. So,
Amateur.
oh, dude, it was hilarious. So we're up at the dunes one night, and I lit a bonfire that you could see from space. This thing was fucking massive, dude.
Hell yeah.
And so the Rangers come down, they're giving us shit, and they're like, it's out in the middle of the sand dunes, whatever. And they're like, well, you can't have a fire out here. And I'm like, there's no fire ban, and we're in the middle of the fucking sand. So what's the problem? And they just wanted to fuck with us. So, they kept going, they kept looking over at my truck, and the speed jug was on top of my truck. And they're like, is that the gas you use to light the fire? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, all right, well, you need to put the fire out, and blah, 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 blah. And I just kept fucking with them and talking shit to them. Well, they gave me a ticket for creating a hazard nuisance or something. It was like the most random fucking charge they could possibly
Some
give
shit
me.
you never heard of
Yeah.
before.
And so I kept fucking with them, but while I'm fucking with them, I'm facing my truck, so they're facing me. As I'm fucking dealing with them, there's people going over there taking shots off the fucking jug, dude. And I'm like, man, if these motherfuckers turn around, these guys are gonna be, what the fuck are you drinking gas for? But so anyways,
awesome.
so the speed jug, dude, it was legendary, man. Like, it could level the fucking mountain. Like, it would take down a herd of fucking people, dude. And so
Yeah, I have no interest in that
Yeah, I'll
whatsoever.
pass.
Yeah,
as
it was-
well.
dude,
I'll give it a whirl.
Dude, it was one of the craziest fucking things we ever came. And we had, like, I had made a sticker and there was rules on the side of it. And it was, I don't know, like the very last rule was night, sweetheart or something like that. It was crazy, dude. So
Yeah, me and Wreck were sitting on the bench for that one.
yeah, that's probably
Shit, they
good.
brought a keg of that over
you
for
and
my
Smite have
birthday.
fun.
Yeah.
Remember
Well,
the cake for my birthday? That was
yeah,
rum
yeah.
and Cokes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit.
man.
Yeah.
And Fireball apple pie.
Fireball, the apple fireball.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
God damn,
God,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Whole fucking Sudsy Samurai and his crazy shit, dude.
I can say his name now. He don't work there anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So yeah,
That
the
guy
speed
fucked us
jug.
up.
So Dozer brought up the speed jug, and he's like, it's probably a good thing. I'm like, it's probably a very good thing, dude.
Dude, do you have any idea how much trouble we would get in with something like that?
Oh yeah, no, and believe me, there was a lot of trouble that it got into, but it's in all
We,
kind of
we,
fucking old
we,
pictures.
we
and
are a
shit, dude.
collection of probably the most irresponsible drunks in the world.
True
Absolutely.
statement.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you come back, the shop be on fire.
Yeah.
No, not
Like,
yet.
shit, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Turned my back for 2 seconds. They blew the fucking block up. I don't know.
I don't know. Wonky got a hold of the oxyacetylene tank, and one thing led to another.
And now we got to find a new shop.
Thermite.
The insurance claim, you know. I got some of that shit in my house. Don't worry about it.
I know you do.
I walked home with you
The most
that night.
irresponsible asshole with the most dangerous.
Keep that shit at your house,
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yeah,
Exactly.
please, God in
I
heaven.
was with
Hey, that's
you.
for the safe, man. Don't you worry about
Yeah,
that.
we don't
That's a
need
whole nother
thermite
day,
down here,
you know?
man. So, anyways, and then Saturday you went and did karaoke, yeah?
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Excellent.
Finally
I
allowed
have a
back
story
in the bar.
about Saturday at the karaoke.
What do you got?
Went with White Choi's girlfriend and her sister. So they're like, well, this lesbian girl or bisexual
man.
girl's coming to the bar.
Oh, Viagra was telling me about this.
Oh my God, dude. Okay. Remember that girl? We're talking about the girl at the bar, the lesbian, bisexual one. Remember that on Saturday?
Was it lesbian?
Of course, Machete was trying to get her number, but
She was 300
she
pounds. He
was
wasn't
running her
interested.
mouth like you couldn't handle
That's
this,
what
this
Viagra
and
was
that,
saying,
dude.
dude, yeah.
Okay, so it was all on Mike. She wanted Viagra
That's
bad,
what
right?
we heard, yeah.
And I show up there, I'd had like some ones, right? And I'm all, I got money. And you know who rolls up next to me?
I heard
Dave.
Ninja and Dave were there.
20s, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's on, brother. It's on. He's like, hell no. And she's like, she tells me, what about you? I'm like, shit, you can keep me in fucking Jordans and diamonds, baby girl. It was hilarious. Then
yeah, and
Machete
then-
tried
and
to get it.
And then I heard you guys were trying to get her back to Viagra's house to fucking
No,
to
this
assault
guy
Viagra.
was.
Fucking Machete.
Leave it up to
Telling her,
him.
call her.
Dude, I love having Machete in town. I gotta tell you,
It is
It's
good
awesome.
shit,
It's a
man.
good
It
time,
is good
man.
shit.
For sure.
It adds a whole new dynamic to our drinking game.
I got fucked up on Saturday.
On Saturday night?
Oh, my
Oh, I'm sure,
God,
yeah.
dude, I was.
Yeah, he was
fucking
tore up.
I'm sure you
wasted,
guys
dude.
were. I figured you would be. That's why I stayed the hell
It's
away
hard
from it.
trying to be fucked up and incognito at the bar though. Like
At the same
trying to let
time,
him know,
yeah.
like, hey, I'm not really that fucked up because I'm not drinking shots here. Didn't mean I can't drink shots in the
Copious
fucking
amounts
parking
of
lot.
That's
beer
true. That is
catches
true.
up.
Yeah, I think Gay Cody's the only one that could successfully pull that off. But even he would fuck it up.
Oh yeah, he stepped on his own
Step
hand or
on his
something.
own hand or something like that. You know, just
break
totally gives
his
it
own
away.
cigarette in the door or something.
Yeah, just runs into the door.
In somebody else's door or house.
Right, sleeps in somebody else's house. Yeah, there was things that gave it away with that guy.
How the fuck do you do that? I'm still curious.
I
on
don't
that
know,
one.
man. He was a drunk to beat all
He's
drunks.
a strange one, man.
I've only ever seen one other person do that, and it was my buddy Bodkins. You guys all know
Oh, yeah.
him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I went to his buddy's bachelor party, and we partied all night, blah, blah, blah. And in the morning, somebody's knocking on his buddy's door, and he's like, hey, man, your buddy's asleep in our bedroom. Because it was like, we went to his house, and he lived like, it was a farm, like
Right.
little, there was 5-6 houses
yeah.
there. They all worked on the farm,
Right.
whatever. And evidently, dude, he went to the
Just went to
wrong
the wrong one and rolled up in their bed.
and rolled up in
Oh,
their
shit,
bed, dude, yeah.
See, I've done
Oh,
that.
man.
I did that with my roommate's bed one time.
Yeah,
I crawled into my roommate's bed when I was fucked up.
Dozer did it to me a couple times. But, yeah.
And yeah, I had to get woken up to, you're in the wrong bed. I was like, the fuck I am. Oh, shit. Yes, I am.
I woke up one night to my
And I'm
ex-wife.
butt naked.
I woke up one, yeah, and Dozer was butt naked in my bed too. I woke up one night to my ex-wife going, "Scoot over, fucker! You're taking up all the bed." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. You are." And Dozer was in between us, so you could see his trail of clothes like coming in the door. Like he just started taking clothes off. They went from the living room down the hallway all the way to my bedroom. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's all, "I don't know, man."
It starts with the
Fucking
shirt,
guy.
yeah. Then
I do the
pants,
same
and the
thing when I get
boxes
home.
and socks.
When it's 3 a.m., I get home, I'm just peeling clothes from the door, dude.
I think one of the worst I did was when I lived in Portland with my brother and his family,
Yeah.
born again Christians, like
Oh,
very
yeah,
staunch
yeah,
religious people. And I came home drunk from the bar one night, and apparently left the fucking front door ajar, and made myself some nachos, and I put the fucking chips back in the fridge and the cheese back in the cupboard.
Nice.
Woke up to my sister-in-law just going, "What in the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
Nachos. I was drinking. What you want me to do?
She's like, the door was wide open, and I was like, yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I was a little warm last night.
It was a little muggy in here. Well, that was good.
right.
So yeah, so that was basically the week in review. So what do you got?
Well,
Got some
I think first we're gonna hear a
word from our
little
sponsor.
word from our old sponsor, Jungle Recon. Haven't heard from him in a long time.
It has
so-
been a while. It has been a while. So we got a little funky thing going on with the sound here, but it should be good.
This is Jungle Recon, here to announce my candidacy for this year's presidential race. Yep, I'm running for president. I figure, fuck, I can't do no worse than the jackholes we already got running, and my presidential platform is much more appealing to voters. Here are just some of its features. Dollar shots every night from 4 to 7. Not just on Taco Tuesdays. An Oval Office wet t-shirt night at least twice a week. All DUI checkpoints will be converted into mobile TGI Fridays. A continuous video feed of me getting stand-up hand jobs in the shower from double-jointed Siamese twin midget porn stars with big cans at whitehouse.gov. The presidential limousine will now be a full luxury conversion van, complete with bubble windows, karaoke DJ booth, 2 jacuzzis, and heated queen-size waterbed bunk beds filled with Jell-O and Jägermeister, and a kiddie pool on the roof. Because I ain't into babysitting or looking at your kids while we do it. And Air Force One will be converted to a glass-bottom jet, so people on the ground can see up the stewardess's skirts during landings and takeoffs. You're welcome, America. Now, I ain't picked a running mate yet. It's a toss-up right now between this here mustache of mine, a dude named Kevin, who totally hooked me up with some weed and a half a 12-pack last weekend after I lost my wallet on payday at an illegal cockfight, and this cute-ass hamster I saw on the internet eating a tiny burrito while riding a tiny skateboard dressed like the lead singer at Kiss. So say fuck no, Snake, to those other bozos, and fuck yes to Jungle Recon this November when you hit the polls. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ridiculous.
This sweet-ass mustache, some dude named Kevin, totally hooked me up with some weed. I would vote for Jungle, dude. I would absolutely fucking
I would have
vote
voted for him over Trump, I'll tell you right now.
I'm telling you, man, I would have voted for Jungle if he was on there. I fucking love that guy, dude. Oh, man. So you got some weird news over there?
I do. All right. So this one is coming out of Amherst, Massachusetts, which is a strange name for a town. Police
Amherst?
in Amherst, like, isn't that a precious stone or something? Or no, that's amethyst.
That's an
Sorry.
amethyst.
Amethyst stone, yeah.
Yeah.
Police in Massachusetts say a woman tried to use a slice of pizza as a form of identification to get into a college bar town and slapped the bouncer when he refused to pay her entry. What the fuck?
Fucking awesome.
What the hell's wrong with fucking people, dude?
Ether does strange things to a female.
No, that's bath salts.
Well,
You smell that?
This is about to explain a lot. Monkey Bar co-owner Rasif Rahik tells the Boston Globe that a parent college student had attempted to hand the bar's bouncer a slice of pizza she had just purchased at a nearby shop as proof of her legal age last week. She allegedly became aggressive, and a nearby police officer got involved. Police say the woman was issued a trespass notice to stay away from the club.
Fair enough.
Rafik says his phone has been blowing up since the early morning incident at the Amherst bar was reported by the Daily Hampshire Gazette and picked up by another news outlets. That sentence makes no sense.
Yeah.
Nor does it have anything to do with the story. So,
okay, my question is,
how drunk are you?
Well,
You try
super
to
drunk.
use a slice of
Super
pizza
drunk,
as
but
identification. But I
do
like
you-
I like where your mind's at.
right, do you have to be 21 in order to buy that kind of pizza?
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either, but maybe you do, and maybe that's what she was
Maybe
like, here's proof.
Well, I think the angle you're going for there is the bouncer's hungry.
Maybe.
Here's a New York slice of pepperoni.
And maybe, if I was
Let
a
me in the
bouncer, there's times I may do that, actually. I'd be a terrible bouncer as far as that goes. But I'd be like, show me them boobies, and then you're in.
Right? That's where I'd be
Done it.
at, for sure.
All right. So this one, this one's titled "It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's an Idiot."
Oh, smart.
Brothers Justin and Howard Bell were arrested this week after posting video of themselves racing a dirt bike through an Alexandria, Kentucky Walmart while wearing nothing but a helmet, a cape, and white underpants. I like these guys already. Since no one from the store called the police to report the Bear brothers barreling through the Walmart Sunday morning, authorities only learned of the crime because the Bells posted it to YouTube. The video of the nearly nude Justin Bell driving through the grocery entrance, swerving around the automotive section and exiting via the lawn and garden area was reportedly taken down Tuesday, the same day they were arrested for felony wanton endangerment. Oof. There are all these side aisles right through here, Sergeant Natalie Selby told WCPO. I mean, if anybody would have walked through or pushed a stroller or whatever, it could have hit him. I mean, that's fair, I guess. But wouldn't you hear a dirt bike coming?
Dude,
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
the hell did the store not report it?
No, that's supposed to be.
Well, the cops saw it on YouTube.
Right,
And
but-
I don't know.
Why
I
would
mean,
you report your crime, though? That's the dumbest shit in the world.
Well, yeah,
man.
it is
I
the
mean,
dumbest
I did-
shit. But I'm
I did-
assuming that the store didn't report it because they were in and out and there was nothing they
Yeah,
could do.
nothing
so.
damaged, nothing damaged.
Right,
dude.
right.
Do a
So,
flyby, dude. They can't really do shit
They
about
have
it.
they have other YouTube videos. It says previous video topics on the brothers' YouTube page include peeing on a taser, peeing on a bug zapper, and trying to fit 100 condoms over 1 foot.
Peeing on a taser.
Oh, these guys sound fucking like the next Harvard scholars.
Right.
I mean, they're geniuses.
They have since been released on $50,000 bail with a preliminary hearing set for December 1st. So there you go. If we've learned anything, it's don't post your crimes on fucking YouTube.
Absolutely, yeah.
All those
How dumb
idiots
can you
that'll
be?
fucking, rob a ATM or a bank or something and then post pictures of themselves with wads of cash.
Yes.
If you're lucky
Like,
enough to get away with the
fuck,
crime,
man.
don't videotape it and post it to the interweb.
Don't
you
ever
retards.
videotape it, morons. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm going to try to get through this one. I got a sudden case of the hiccups.
Oh,
So.
the hiccups.
This one also is coming out of Massachusetts. Brockton, Mass. A Massachusetts store owner shared security camera footage of a bungling would-be thief completely failing to break into the shop. Stephen Davis, owner of Two Debbies in Brockton, posted security footage to Facebook showing the attempted break-in early Sunday morning. Jesus Christ. The video shows a man pull up to the store in a gray van, get out of his vehicle, and throw a rock at the store's glass window from only a few feet away. The rock fails to break through the glass window and lands at the man's feet. He throws the rock a second time, and it bounces off the door and it ends up in the man's van, under the man's van. The suspect then gets back into the vehicle and drives away. Jesus, fucking hiccups.
I hate hiccups, man.
The first time I saw the video, I was tearing up. I was laughing so hard. I said, "This has got to be the dumbest or the stupidest son of a bitch I've ever seen." Davis told WFXT TV, "He's got to be the top 5 dumbest thieves I've ever seen." Davis said he passed the footage along with the man's license plate number along to the local police.
That's he parked right in
Dude.
full view of the camera.
Parked right in full view. Why don't you get a heavy enough rock, man?
I don't know. People are stupid.
A
man.
brick will work.
Skeleton. I got a
Some people's
skeleton
children,
brick.
come on,
I got a
guys.
skeleton brick. It works like a charm.
If you're gonna do a crime, at least think it through. You know.
This is something I can see Rec doing. This comes out of Florida. Florida man was arrested on Monday after police said he drove a stolen vehicle into a TV news van and sipped on a beer while he waited for authorities to arrive.
What a fucking
A.
dude, yeah.
Travis Miller, 37, stole a Jeep in Hollywood, Florida just before noon on Monday and crashed into an NBC Miami news van 45 minutes later at an intersection. NBC Miami reports. Police said Joe Ritchie, whose mother owns the Jeep, tried to stop Miller as he was leaving. "I tried to hit him as hard as I can, grabbed him by the neck and choke him out. He accelerated more on the gas. Then when I looked up and saw what he was trying to do, I had to let him go," Ritchie told NBC Miami. NBC Miami reporter Marissa Bagg and photographer Ross Noble, who were in the news van, were given medical attention at the scene. "You were driving normally and out of the corner of your eye you see a guy coming out of nowhere, and there's not much you can do," Noble told them. The Sun Sentinel reports Miller attempted to run from the scene, but he was held down by Good Samaritans who witnessed the crash, said he was apparently drinking from a can of beer as they waited for the authorities to arrive. So now the story's changed. He's being pinned down and drinking a beer while
Right.
being pinned down. Miller was arrested and charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, leaving a scene, property damage, open container, and
Leaving
driving
the
under the
scene,
influence.
he was held down.
he didn't leave. He didn't leave the scene, motherfucker.
He
Shit.
tried to leave.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Lucky to get resisting.
I bet you he gets that part of it dropped at least. So good job, Miller. Well done.
Drop down to like public intoxication.
Right? Some bullshit.
I've always been curious how you get a charge for public intoxication.
Man,
Because
Being
there's so
drunk
many
in
times that
public,
it's like, dude, I'm trying to go home.
If you're a nuisance, that's what the sheriff told me. If you're walking home and you're
as long as you're on
and
the
you're being a
sidewalk.
dick.
yes, if you're on the sidewalk and you're walking semi straight, he said. If you, I mean, if you're like
Semi-straight.
fucking totally,
If you're
like-
falling all over the place,
Yeah,
then
then,
yeah,
yeah,
they're gonna
you're-
get you.
But if you're,
If you're
you know,
pulling a Cody,
Yeah, you deserve it. And you
put your arm around some other man, you that's a Cody.
Dude, I remember when I first moved to Wellington back in 2006, there was one time I left the T-bar, and somebody told me, they're like, dude, you're going to get drunk in public. And I'm like, dude, I live 4 blocks away.
And there's no ticket for that.
And I lived right off of 4th and Harrison. So, I mean, seriously, 4
blocks away. Yeah.
I managed to make it to the post office and fell into the bushes at the post office. So, I'm not saying they were wrong,
But there was no ticket involved.
but I was like, dude, what am I going to do? I can't drive there.
Right.
Thank God.
How many times did Cody crash his bike?
Good.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, more than we can
He ran
count,
that
Jimbo.
fucking thing into some shit, man. We were all there one night. getting fucked up, and came out of there. My buddy Jay, he lived straight down Third, like 2 blocks down Third. Like it was an easy walk for him to get home. Comes around the corner, and the fire department has those baluster poles right by the garage doors.
Yeah.
He got drunk, and he's a big boy. I mean, he's big boy. And somehow he tripped and fell and wedged himself in between the balusters in the building. And, dude, it was a motherfucker to get him out of there, dude. Like, we had to, like, lift him up to get him out of there, man. We had to lift this, like, 320-pound dude, like 4 or 5 feet, whatever, however tall they are, up to the top of these things to get him out of them.
No shit.
Because he couldn't back out. Like, his stomach got stuck in between the two. So his back was wedged against the building with his gut hanging out between the two balusters, dude, and we couldn't fucking get him out of there, man. Oh, dude. I've seen some people do some fucking crazy shit drunk around here, man.
What was your buddy that slept at IHOP or where was?
Oh, that was after. That was the night.
After,
that was the morning. That was the night of the OCO. The
Yeah.
night after the OCO. Yeah, that was fucking. Yeah, he ended up sleeping in the bushes outside a Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how the hell he ended up there, but he said that he had to give some meth head all the change in his boot to give him a ride back to Wellington. So yeah,
I don't know, man.
Crazy. And he showed up to the bar. I think we were there the next day.
the next morning we all had breakfast. Yeah, he showed up. He was still in his costume, which was
Yeah.
shorts, a headband, and
That's
cowboy
right.
boots.
Fitchy takes the cake for me, dude.
Oh God, that guy, Jesus, man. Which time?
There's been plenty of times, but the one in particular I can think of is I had to go pick him up out of the parking lot of the fire station. I don't know how he managed up over there, but he called me up. He's like, dude, I'm drunk. Come get me. So I go get him. This is the best part. I go get him, pick his ass up, throw him in my car, drive him home.
Oh yeah. That
Fucking
night.
10 minutes later, he shows up back at my house in his vehicle. I dropped my keys in your car. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker,
You
man.
drove here.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he's an idiot, man.
Who was that?
Fitch.
Oh no.
Well, I got a story about
I got
that
a
one.
couple Fitchy stories.
That
Yeah.
one. Hold on. Okay, one night we were fucking shit house drunk, dude.
Yeah. This
And it
is
was
the one.
snowing like bad here, and
Yeah.
we were leaving to walk home. Like this dude cannot even fucking walk, right? So we get out right here to First Street, and he falls.
This is when you left him on the street.
No, I couldn't, dude, bro.
Okay.
Leave him,
After I
dude.
called this guy, he's like,
I was
leave him there,
pissed.
bro.
Gotta get him home,
Actually,
dude.
no. I called him and said it was him and I, blah, blah, blah. He came to pick us up. I could not pick the. Okay, first of all, it took me 30 minutes before I even called this guy to try to pick him up. Because
Okay.
every time I try to pick him up, his pants would fall a little bit farther down, right? So here he is with his pants down to his knees in the middle of a snowstorm at 3 a.m. And I call Snaggles. I'm like, bro, I can't leave him here, bro. I can't. Dude,
Yeah.
can't do it.
Just, yeah, humanity
So
gets
this
the
guy
best.
comes and
Oh,
he's
fucking
pissed
I
off.
was pissed. I was pissed that Fitch was here because he wasn't
Yeah,
supposed
I
to be
know.
here. He had been 86 from the shop.
So, fucking tried to get him in the truck. Oh
His
my
fucking pants fall
God,
down.
dude.
I come pulling up, dude. and Fitch is out there with his pants around his ankles, flopping around like a beach fucking whale
Yeah,
in
he
the middle
was,
of First
bro.
Street in the snow.
I kept telling him I can't pick you up, dude.
And he doesn't have underwear on.
Yeah, he's white as the fucking driven snow.
This
let me tell
motherfucker.
you.
So finally get his ass in the truck and drive him to his house. And he's trying to be all like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm like, just get the fuck out of the truck, dude. Just get out of the fucking truck. So he gets out, and he's like, all right, man. I just go to pull away. I'm just fucking leaving
And
him.
he
Door
falls-
open. I don't give a fuck. I'm
He
leaving.
falls in the culvert.
Falls in the culvert, and his pants fucking come down again. As I'm driving away, I look in the mirror, and he's just fumbling
Yep.
around in the fucking
We're
culvert
like,
with his
"Fuck
pants
it."
down. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here, dude. So then there was the other time when I think you and Holly gave him a ride or something to his house, and he left right after that and went to the gas station and ended up getting a DUI.
Oh, yeah.
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 Fucking guy, dude. But I guess he's clean and sober now, and good for him, man.
Yeah,
for him.
absolutely. Absolutely. Probably a good call.
Oh, it's
Right?
absolutely a good call. Yeah, because prison was definitely in that guy's future, man. Fucking. So yeah, I don't know, but that's yeah. I've seen some drunk people do some crazy shit around here, man.
And he can't eat weed infused cookies either.
No,
Neither can I.
That's ambulance time.
Yeah, he almost had a heart attack or some shit, didn't he? Fucking
He went
Fitch
Fitch.
at the T-bar.
Yeah, when we opened up for who was that? Can't remember who it was. Anyway,
remember.
he went to a show with us, and E40. It was E40.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I gave him some weed cookies, dude, in the limo.
You just lose his mind or what?
Dude, when we got back to town, the ambulance hauled him off because he was freaking out.
Yeah, he was losing his shit. Thought he was having a heart attack and shit.
He was just high.
Well, word is that guy quit drinking, dude. So good for him.
That's what we said.
That's what we're saying.
Good for him.
That is good for him, man.
We should have him on the show.
No, we should not.
We should not.
Me and him don't have the greatest history. So.
No, you do not. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of shit that happens around this town, and we're usually behind it in one way or another.
Small town.
Or they think we are.
Right?
Yeah.
Can't nobody
never
prove
catch a
shit.
break.
Ain't that the goddamn truth?
Can't nobody prove shit. We're good. All right, so you guys want to do the sports breakdown from Dozer here?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. And the show may run a little shorter this week because there's only a few of us. So, but anyhow, all right. So here's Dozer's breakdown. He says, we are 3/4 of the way through the season now, and I figured I'd do something a little different. So let's call this the bold prediction installment. I'll give my predictions for each remaining game for the 4 teams represented in the studio and pose a few questions to the fans of said team. So here we go. Denver's sitting at 7-4 with 5 games remaining. I stick with what I said in one of the scrapped episodes, which, unfortunately, contained what I think was the best breakdown I've done for you guys.
True.
Denver will not make the playoffs. Here's the remaining games and my predictions. All right? At the 2-9 Jaguars, we'll win that one. The Jags are pathetic this year, and the defense will carry the day. At the 6-6 Titans, we'll win that one. Tennessee is too up and down to count Denver out of this one, but it could go either way. I'll call it for Denver. Versus the 9-2 Patriots, lost. Let's be honest. The Pats are going to run Denver out of their own building. At the 8-3 Chiefs, loss. It's hard to win at Arrowhead, and it will be harder since Denver likes to screw itself against division opponents. Versus the 9-2 Raiders, loss. The O-line in Oakland is just too much for the Denver D to handle. And it will come down to KC and Oakland for the division title. Predicted season record is 9-7. That's right. I'm saying that Denver will drop the last 3 games of the season and only win 1 division game this year, which means they'll be watching the playoffs from the couch. The offense just isn't consistent enough, and the defense is allowing 40 more rushing yards on the average than they did last year. He says, I bleed blue and orange, but I'm realistic about my team. And I agree with him 100%. Especially after last night's fucking disaster.
Dude, we tried so hard, man. It's such bullshit. Kansas City has no skill when their kicker's 30 yards away and hits a post.
I don't know, man. Everybody outside that fucking kicker's got some skill, man. Even Smith, dude.
The kicker sucks, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Smith,
dude,
you know what?
Dude killed it.
It takes a lot from me as a
To
Niners
praise
fan to say Alex Smith actually has some fucking talent. Fuck that guy. But you know
I can
what?
tell you this last night, being there and watching it, Smith and Kelsey are as volatile, if not as volatile as fucking Brady and Gronkowski. Yeah. I mean, they are a fucking lethal weapon, dude.
Yes,
those two together, unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, so then he goes on to Dallas. Says Dallas is just crazy this year, and they're on a 10-game winning streak as of now.
Yeah.
I don't think any Dallas fans saw this coming, but since I'm right here in the middle of Cowboy country, they're all very happy about it. Here's how I see the rest of the season going for dem boys. The 6-5 Vikings win. The Vikes started hot this year, but the problems at offensive tackle, the defense underachieving the last 4 weeks, and Sam Bradford remembering that he's Sam Bradford, Dallas will have a field day in the land of 1,000 lakes. I think it's 10,000 lakes, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, either way.
The
8-3 Giants, they're going to win. Dallas lost their only game so far this year at home to the Giants by 1 point. I look for Dak and the boys to return the favor in New York. Versus the 6-5 Bucks, win. Tampa beat Seattle this week because Seattle didn't want to win the game. Tampa's defense is no match for Dallas's O-line, and Zeke will get his all day. Versus the 7-4 Lions, loss. I'm calling this one loss simply because they have to lose at some point, and Detroit is better than their record indicates. Stafford tears the heart out of the Dallas D.
That's true.
5-5 Eagles, win. Dallas will be pissed about letting one slip away, and will take it out on Philly. Predicted season record, 14-2.
It's not bad.
That's not bad, man.
Let's not talk about the Niners.
Well, hang on. So we got to finish the Dallas thing. So he says, Dallas will win the division and the number 1 seed in the NFC. I won't say they will make the conference championship game or the Super Bowl, but it wouldn't be a shock. Atlanta is the biggest obstacle come playoff time with the lights-out offense, but they also have virtually no defense. All I know is they are going to be in the postseason. The Niners.
Enough said.
This one's not very long. So, the Niners season is all but over right now, and it looks like they'll be battling. Looks like they'll be battling with Cleveland for the 2017 number 1 draft pick. I personally see them at number 2 because they do have one win, and the Browns can't whip their way out of a wet paper bag. And I believe in Cleveland, and I know they can have a perfect season at 0-16.
That's true.
At the 2-9 Bears, win. I just can't see how San Fran can drop this game. The Bears have found The Bears have found more way to lose than win, and no longer look like they're even trying. I believe in the Niners and think they can do better than one win.
I don't. I really don't.
All right, the 3-8 Jets. He's calling it a loss.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm calling this one a loss. It just feels right. The 7-4 Falcons lost. Frisco's defense just won't be able to stop the red-hot Atlanta offense. 4-7 Rams win. Hey, they did it once this season. Versus the 7-3 Seahawks lost. As much as I'd like to see the Seahawks go winless every year, I don't see them getting beat by the Niners this year. So your predicted season record, according to Dozer, is 3-13.
Sounds about right. And I'm guessing 2-4 too.
Could be a little optimistic, even at 3 wins. It'll be a hot contest for the basement of the NFC West this year between the Rams and Niners. But with the number 2 overall pick in 2017, I would like to ask Rec who he thinks they should draft at that spot, or if they should trade it away for more picks. If they do keep it, are there any good QBs coming out of college you think they should target, or should they go a free agent like Tony Romo?
No, because Tony Romo doesn't solve any problems. Tony Romo is a Band-Aid. You know, he's going to retire in a couple of years. It doesn't do us. Doesn't do us. I know, but
it was the same thing with Manning.
When Manning signed with the Broncos, that was a team built to win right now.
Yeah.
The Niners aren't built to win right now.
Right.
So would I like to see them take a quarterback like Deshaun Watson or the dude from Louisville, number 2, if they get that chance? Yeah, I would. But at the same time, our entire team is shit.
Right.
So if you can trade it away and get better picks, get more picks,
right,
then trade it away because
for at least mid
are any one
players.
Of those quarterbacks going to solve your fucking problem?
Well,
the great thing is after this year, Kaepernick comes off the books and fuck him. He can go do whatever the fuck he wants to do somewhere else.
I agree. I mean, if you can trade away a bunch of picks for at least some mid-level players, you know, some mediocre, some decent players,
I don't even agree with that. I'd rather, if we can't get more picks, that's the only thing I could see us trading away a draft pick for, is to get more picks. If we can't get more picks, draft a quarterback and fucking go from there.
Right. Well,
the team's shit. There's not a single iota of talent aside from Navarro Bowman on that fucking team.
Right, which is sad, dude. You know, but yeah, that is what it is. All right, now we go on to Oakland. Viagra's not here to talk shit, but you know he'd be screaming, and all of his teams, Raider Nation, baby. You know he'd be saying that right now.
Fuck Oakland, dude.
Yeah, and fuck Viagra.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, you know they're making the playoffs this year, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well.
Okay.
As far as they're getting.
So Oakland is tied with the Patriots for the best record in the AFC at 9-2, and the offense looks pretty much unstoppable. They pulled off a win over the Panthers with some last-minute defensive heroics, and that is possibly the first time I've been able to say that all season. That is good news for Raiders fans, as that has been the Achilles heel of the team all year. If Jack Del Rio can get this unit to step it up even a little bit, they'll be hell on wheels come playoff time. Here's his predictions. Versus the 6-5 Bills, win. It'll be a good game against the Bills' defense, but I just don't see Buffalo's offense keeping pace with Carr and company. 8-3 Chiefs, loss. For some reason, I just think KC has their number this year, and it's at Arrowhead. And then again, Oakland's been a hell of a road team this year. The 5-6 Chargers, win. San Diego is playing better ball than they were at the beginning of the year, but they just don't have enough for the Raiders. The 5-6 Colts, win. Unless Indy decides it knows how to play defense, Oakland wins in a shootout between Luck and Carr. 7-4 Broncos, win. After watching that O-line maul Denver's front seven a few weeks ago, I don't see the result being any different than the last game unless Denver does what the Raiders have loved to do in the past and play spoiler for AFC seeding. Probably not going to happen. So to finish out, his predicted season record is 13-3. Oakland will win the West and the number 2 seed in the AFC. The outside roadblock to this year's Super Bowl for the Raiders is the New England Patriots. The inside roadblock comes from the defense facing off with their top-tier teams. That said, it wouldn't surprise me to see Oakland back in the Foxborough for a rematch of the 2001 AFC Championship game. Beware the Tuck rule.
I like it.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
Once again, another very comprehensive breakdown.
One thing I would like to point
I like
out,
that style of breakdown, too.
I do as well, and very, very well,
Mm-hmm.
very well put. There's a very good possibility the Broncos finish 4th in the AFC West.
It's possible. It would be. I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think we can
I don't think
sink
it's gonna
as low as
happen.
San Diego, but man,
But dude, San Diego's a tough out.
they
And
are.
right now the Broncos don't look that great.
Dude, I can tell you just from last night, man. I mean, like I said, the first half was who gives a shit.
Where were your
Nothing.
seats at?
Yeah.
We were down by the south stands. We were in club level, and they were really good seats. I mean, it was awesome, you know. So the first half was shit, and then they came out and they started showing some promise. But man, the fucking penalties. I mean, the fucking penalties. Our defensive penalties this year have killed us, dude. Killed us. And specifically in the fourth quarter, the last drive, we had the lead, and all defense had to do was hold them off, man. All we had to do was fucking hold them off.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, the series before that when we scored, had we taken a knee and chewed more time off the clock, we wouldn't even be having this conversation
Game
right now.
over,
Yeah.
yeah.
But defense, all they had to do was stop them, and they pulled these fucking crazy-ass penalties, dude. And 4 penalties in a row basically put KC right down on the goal line and allowed them to fucking tie it up. So then I was pissed about the stupid fucking, you know, kick rule in overtime. You know, the field goal rule in overtime.
Yeah.
Where if we get a field goal, the other team gets a chance. I'm like, great, it's a fucking participation trophy for every team in the NFL now.
That's bullshit.
And it
Yeah,
ended up-
I think they need to go back to the way it was. Dude.
well, and I agree. Okay, because
that was the whole thing. Like when it was sudden death, man, it was all right. They won the coin toss. Great.
Yeah.
Put your defense on the field and fucking stop them.
exactly, that's the name of the fucking game. That's how it's supposed to work.
for sure.
Because here's
That's
what
the way
ended
it
up
should
happening.
work. You shouldn't get a chance just because
Well, here's-
they won the coin toss. You shouldn't get an extra chance.
Here's what ended up happening.
That's fucked up.
It ended the way an old game would have ended, because we both got a field goal, and then they came down and kicked a fucking 30-yard field goal, dinged it off the fucking post, which I can't believe Santos missed it by that fucking much, but dinged it off the fucking post and it went in. Therefore, ending the game just like a regular old fucking sudden death game would have ended with a fucking field goal.
Right.
So what's the fucking point? Why not just let that happen to begin with? You know, it's fucking stupid. So I don't know. It was I don't know. The Broncos, they look fucking terrible. Like, it was, I don't know. And then there was that penalty where the phantom coach on the sidelines.
I'm still not sold on the quarterback.
No, not at all. But I mean, he has potential.
Like, Simeon is he's
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
here's what I was saying.
we could work with him definitely.
I was talking to
Absolutely.
another Broncos fan next to me last night.
But
and
hey,
a
if
K-
it makes
and a
you feel
KC
any
fan
better,
behind me.
Osweiler doesn't look any better.
No,
No.
Osweiler's
Now here's the thing about
he's got
Osweiler.
potential.
I
but
think if
he's too
Osweiler
greedy.
was in Denver, I think he would be playing a lot better.
I agree.
I truly do.
yeah,
I
I
believe
agree.
under Kubiak, he would be playing a lot better. With that said, I mean, he took the money. He made his choices. His career is going to go where it's going to go. There's nothing we can do to help him. Simeon, I really do, and Paxton Lynch, for
I
that
think
matter.
Simeon's just the stopgap, man.
And it could be. And it could be.
He's not the answer.
No, he's not. I don't think he's the answer, but I think he's young. He has potential, and maybe he doesn't do well under our offense. You put him in a, maybe if you put him under the Texans offense, he'd do great. I don't know.
He's a 7th round draft pick, man.
Yeah,
He's
so-
not Tom Brady.
Right. So I'm just saying, I mean, we have young quarterbacks, and what I would like to see is take one of these young quarterbacks and build our offense around a fucking quarterback, because that's how you would think Elway of all people would know that. He spent his entire career in Denver.
I think he does. I
But-
think that's the idea with Paxton Lynch,
And that's what I'm hoping. But here's the thing: is that the NFL is such a throwaway society now that
That's true.
they get these guys in. They're like, oh, they didn't perform in the first 2 years. Fuck them. Like, what, dude? You have to spend time to actually build a team. Right now, everybody just looks at it and goes, "Fuck it, go out and buy a Super Bowl. Go out and buy a Super Bowl."
Right. Well, and I think that might be, honestly, that might still be where the Broncos are at, because
it
they
could be.
realize that they've only got so much time out of this defense that they can win championships. So
Well,
I'm afraid what's going to happen is they're going to go into the offseason and they're going to go trade for Tony
and
Romo
oh God, please don't. Fuck. You know,
because it's win now.
yeah, but it's win now. But that's a problem.
The defense is so good, you've got to win now.
Right, but that's the problem. Is that I blame that on upper management, because they focused on.
I blame it on free agency, man.
Well, absolutely, and I agree with
I mean,
that.
free agency is what's fucked up team building
It has,
from the day
absolutely.
it came into the league.
And that is true.
You can't build a team anymore, because the second you get a couple of good players,
Everybody
and-
pays them more, and they're
yeah,
gone.
and then their time comes up and they're like, oh well, I'm going to test the free agency market, and they go take more money and go somewhere else, and that fucks over
Yeah.
your team. I
No,
mean,
and it does, and it's bullshit, and I agree. I mean, Yeah. So I mean, it's the free agency fucked it up. I think the upper management at Denver has really fucked up because they focus on one spot.
I'm not a hater on free agency. I just think that it should have been done a lot differently. I mean, same thing with the NBA, but we won't go into that fucking animal.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a matter of like anymore. It's like, I mean, the NBA is worse than anything. Where you got one team that can offer them more money than everybody else,
right.
And that's where they go.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter about building a team.
Right. It matters about getting the player.
And creating a championship culture somewhere. It matters about making money and going wherever the money's at.
And that's what they do.
That's exactly what Brock Osweiler left, you know?
Well, you know, and I think a lot of teams look at it and they go, oh, God, if we get this player, it'll bring in more fans, more blah, 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 whatever.
As much as everybody's going to hate me for saying this is one of the things I've always loved about Tom Brady. Because he's willing to renegotiate and take less money so that they have more money to move around and sign other players so that they can keep winning. There's a reason the Patriots for the last fucking 15 years have been dominant.
Yeah.
It's because they have that culture there.
They
have people there that are going, all right, well, look, if I take a little less money or I restructure my contract so that we can bring in other guys so we can keep winning, then we're going to win more championships. That's exactly what it should be.
And all the other teams should look at that and go, hey, it's fucking genius. You know? Also to have a hard-nosed fucking asshole like Belichick doesn't hurt either. You know,
that's very true.
I mean, the guy has zero fucking facial expression. Like, it's just one.
Greed's a motherfucker, man.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand, man. I don't think it's greed. I understand where these guys are coming from. I mean, the average NFL career is 4 years. If you're lucky, it's 4 years.
Yeah.
So why not make as much money as you can in 4 years?
And I agree with that. You know, and that's the thing. And that's the other thing, too, is that...
But that's also part of the problem. They don't protect the players enough. They don't do enough to withstand these guys' careers.
And that's the thing. So, like you said...
they have to take as much as they can.
A career is 4 years, okay? If you hit 8 years, you're you're a goddamn superhero in the NFL.
I mean, dude, I'm almost 34 years old. By running back standards, I should have retired 4 fucking years ago.
Exactly, yeah. You know, and that's the other problem is that the game is so much faster and harder now than it was even 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. You know, I mean, you look at goddamn. If you watch footage from games from 30 years ago,
back in the 80s, dude.
Lyle
even the 70s and the 80s, man, dudes got hit like a fucking.
They did. They absolutely did. But it wasn't like you would see those hits, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, and you'll see a few of them that still come up on reels. You're like, God damn, dude. But compare those to hits, just average hits of nowadays, dude.
But here's part of the problem, Snags, is that the reason that hits today are so vicious is because dudes are wearing less equipment.
That's true.
Back then, dudes wore heavy ass pads, big pads.
Yeah.
Dudes wore thigh pads and knee pads and stuff. You see a wide receiver anymore wearing thigh pads?
No,
not
at all.
Because they can run faster and they look cooler not wearing
them. But also
and then they wear these skimpy ass fucking shoulder pads and they tuck their fucking shirt up underneath it.
So they have more agility.
Yes. I mean, it gives them a little bit of an advantage.
Absolutely.
Makes them look, swole or whatever. But that's part of the reason you're getting hurt, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You're allowing yourself to get hit a lot harder because you're not wearing as much
protection. But on top of that, you have a 300-pound lineman that can run a 4.5 40, dude.
That's very true.
That's a fucking 300-pound lineman.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I know. Back in the day, linebackers would maybe run a 5.0 40.
Yeah.
And now they run 4.3, which is what running backs run.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you got a dude running 4.3 at you, and you're trying to cut into a hole,
right? But
dude's coming just as fast as you're able to run.
I'm talking the lineman can run a 4.5, dude. Like lineman, you think about the refrigerator Perry. That motherfucker didn't run anywhere, dude.
That dude didn't run nothing.
He just stood in one spot and smashed dudes. That's what he did. But, I mean...
And he was good at it.
And he was really good at it. But linemen back in the day, they weren't expected to run. They were just expected to be fucking huge and block the fucking quarterback, you know?
Yeah, to be lineman.
Yeah, dude, I mean, what was refrigerator Perry? He was like 350?
Something, dude. He was huge,
dude.
Man.
He was insane, dude.
Huge, man.
Huge, dude. And, but I mean...
Dude, if you weighed 350 on an NFL team today, they'd be on your ass.
They'd be like, fuck you got to fucking lose weight.
They would cut your ass. They'd be like, you need to get in a food program or something. You can't weigh that much.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. The whole game has changed, man. Just the athleticism of it. I mean, they're fucking running faster, harder, And and they try and change the rules, so they changed, the no helmet to helmet, which I agree with, because at that speed, dude, it's fucking wicked, man. You know, but then you got now the kickoffs have changed. Now the onside kicks have changed, and all
They
this
might,
shit has
they might as well
changed.
just take the kickoff out of the game.
They
dude.
might as well, dude. Just fucking set it on the 20-yard line and let them start playing. Because
But you know what? To your point about the game last night, same thing with the field goals, man.
yeah,
You know what? If you're gonna like extra points, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
If you're gonna move the extra point back, just give them the extra point.
exactly.
Just
What's
go
the
ahead.
fucking point?
Why?
Yeah.
Why isn't the touchdown just 7 points, dude? Fuck it.
Because you're assuming that they're going to make it at the fucking 20. You got to move them back to the 25. Fuck it, just give it to them. I agree,
Right.
dude.
Just give it to them.
Just give them the
Fuck it.
participation trophy and let everybody fucking go home. It's bullshit, dude. You know,
Yeah,
so
trying to encourage more 2-point conversion attempts.
yeah.
Well, what's going to happen on those plays? People are going to get hurt.
Ah, fuck yeah, they are.
You want what happens? The whole reason they changed it is because it was boring.
Yeah,
All right, you want to know why it's boring? Because nobody's getting hurt. That's
Right.
why it's boring.
yeah. And
Too many laws and too many regulations,
Yeah,
dude. You got
it's the same
controlling
thing.
it too much.
People-
Well, that's a good point too. When I wonkies, it's the no fun league anymore.
yeah.
What
No, it
happened
truly
to
is.
what happened to Neon Dion dancing in the fucking end
Oh
zone?
no! Now you get
Exactly.
penalized
You
for
can't
that.
even
You
spike
get
the
fucking
ball
fined
nowadays.
For
You
that.
get
Yeah,
fined.
you can't do
such
shit. You
bullshit,
can't have
dude.
any fun whatsoever.
Oh, I was telling Snaggles, what happened to NFL fucking greatest hits? And
Yeah,
shit, you know?
That's-
Yeah,
that's
dude,
what we're
I used
talking
to
about.
own 2 VHS tapes back in the day.
I know.
They weren't even NFL. They were fucking the USFL. It was
Right.
like hit by hit
Right.
and like blitz or something
Yeah.
like that. I had two
Just
two
hardcore
tapes.
shit.
Just all you were watching is dudes getting leveled for
Yeah.
fucking 2
Hardcore
hours.
shit.
man.
Sure.
Earning
It
their
was
fucking
awesome.
money.
Yeah.
Earning their wages.
It was
exactly,
fucking
dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're getting
But that
paid
shit's
big
gone
bucks,
now,
so you're
dude.
taking big hits, dude. Yeah.
You know, okay,
It's all
so tell me
pussy shit
this.
nowadays.
What the fuck would NASCAR be if there were no crashes?
Right?
Nobody would watch fucking NASCAR, dude.
Dude, half the reason, well, the only reason I watch NASCAR
It's for the crashes.
It's-
is
For the
I'm
crashes,
hoping to
yeah.
God there's a horrific crash at some
Exactly,
point.
yeah.
I don't
As
want anybody.
terrible as that
I don't want
sounds,
anybody to
dude.
die.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to get hurt.
But I want to
the
see
whole-
car parts
I wanna see
flying,
a
dude.
badass
I'm not
crash, dude.
tuning in to watch dudes turn left for fucking 4 hours.
Just go in a
I'm
circle.
tuning in
I
so
want
I
to
can
see a 200
see
mile
wreck.
an hour car, dude,
Yeah.
flip 8 times, dude, smash into the wall.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you take the danger out of a sport, what's the fucking point of the sport?
Right.
That's why I love hockey
know?
so much, man.
Exactly. And I do love
Yeah.
hockey.
I will
Put
tell you right
fighting
now,
back
dude,
in hockey.
Dude, the fights in hockey, dude, when them two on skates, dude, just grab each other. You see them, each one grab one
yeah,
hand,
dude.
dude, and then they just
My
yank each
all-time
other into it, man.
favorite, and I know you're
Till
going to
the
remember
one
this
stands
one.
up, dude,
The
yeah.
Detroit Red Wings
Oh,
versus
God,
the
dude.
Colorado Avalanche when the
Love
when
it.
the goalies cleared the net.
Is
We're
that
like,
the 90s game,
fuck
dude? Yeah,
it.
when they had
Yeah.
the rivalry.
back in like 98, and the goalies both skated to this. It was
Ridiculous,
Osgood
dude.
and Waugh just
Love
skated
it.
to the
It
center of
was
the
the
rink,
first. It
and they
was
were
the
just
first
like,
year that we had the abs.
"Fuck
yeah.
you," and they
Dude,
just went at
and there
it.
was
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
blood all over the ice, dude.
That was the greatest.
That
fucking
is
thing I've
still
ever seen in my life,
regarded
dude.
as the fight where a hockey game broke out in the middle, dude. That
Yeah.
was I mean that
Yes,
that was the
sir.
gnarliest fucking fight game ever. And it was after that game that the NHL enacted all the fucking no fighting rules.
Yeah.
So
Bullshit.
very rarely will you ever see an NHL fight.
You'll
I will
never-
tell-
you'll
I
never
will tell you
see-
this: out of all the professional sports, dude, hockey players, you guys get the fucking most respect.
You know what? You
dude.
know what
You'll
else I
never
like
see
about
two
him?
goalies ever square off again. dude.
No,
that
fuck
was
no.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
actually,
mean, and they
With
and they
two-
pointed
with
at
two
each other
goalies
too.
go at it, dude.
They're like,
Yeah,
"All right,
yeah.
motherfucker," and they skated to center ice
Yeah,
like,
dude,
"Fuck
exactly.
you,
Yeah.
man.
What's good,
Fuck
man?
you."
and what was badass is
Love
that
it.
ECHL, where the Eagles play here in Loveland, they still allow them to fight there. And there was a goalie fight last year towards the end of the season. It was,
was
fucking
there.
awesome, dude. It was so awesome.
Oh yeah, we
man.
were there for that, weren't we?
Yeah,
there.
we were. We were all there. That was
That
a
was
6
awesome.
and 60 night.
So
yeah.
was Jordan. She still remembers that.
Yeah, dude, that was badass, dude. That was a great fucking game. So, you know, I mean, it's one of those things. You know what else I like about hockey? How often do you hear about a hockey player beating his wife or getting a DUI?
Right.
Never,
Or, you know,
never. No, because he takes his aggression out on the
It's
field.
rare. It's rare.
They're too
It's
busy
rare,
fixing their
but there's
teeth.
been some.
Right, huh?
There have been,
There's a
but
dude that
compared
played
to the
for
NFL and
there's a
NBA,
dude that played for the team in Atlanta that's
Full
obscure, I
contact
can
sports,
remember
dude,
the-
relieves the stress at
the
home, dude. So you ain't
Thrashers
gotta
or
beat your
whatever.
wife.
you're right.
like killed his best friend and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so, but it's rare.
It's rare. It is very rare.
Compared to the NBA and the NFL and shit, like, come on, you know.
Motherfuckers beating their wives in the elevators, man. Like,
Yeah. But that's what I'm
really?
saying. These guys in hockey, they get their frustration out, smashing
On the
the
field,
boards and
yeah.
shit.
It's
on
still like
ice.
the NFL to explain how Dante Stallworth ran over two dudes and killed them drunk and
No.
got like a 10-game
Yeah.
suspension, but
But he's back. It's no
other
big
dude
deal.
other dudes get Plaxico Burress shoots himself in the leg and gets like a lifetime ban.
Right.
Pretty much.
UFC fighters,
What
dude,
the
piss a
fuck?
hot
Yeah.
UA, dude,
I
and
don't
then
know, man.
they're out and banned
Wow.
for 5 years.
That's
dude.
all politics, bro.
Ridiculous.
All politics,
Right.
man. Money.
All right, well,
So, anyways, we got a couple minutes left here. How about some entertainment?
yeah. There was one major thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I brought it up to you earlier, which
Yep.
is The Walking Dead.
Yes.
I hope I don't dive into another 20-minute diatribe.
It is what it is, man.
On The Walking Dead, but I didn't watch last night's episode, but
You didn't miss much.
yeah, I don't imagine so. And I know since I talked to you earlier that you agree with me, man. This season has been
It's a drag, dude.
fucking terrible, dude.
It is a fucking drag. So when you said you were reading online or something, that
People are pissed, dude.
Yeah.
People are watching it and they're like, "What the fuck?" And
I would
they're still
imagine
watching.
they're pissed, dude.
It's slow. It's boring. It's a lot of people are pissed off because they're like, "I'm just watching the characters that I like get bullied
Yeah,
for the first half of the season.
That's
Like,
exactly
what the
what it
fuck
is.
is going on?"
yeah.
And a lot of people are not watching it anymore. Which I don't know what. I mean, obviously it's following the arc of the comic book, but
And they have to build a story around Negan.
They got
'cause,
they got to build a story, but holy crap,
They're killing it.
You
dude.
need do you really need fucking 10 hours
Right.
of screen time to devote to fucking developing one character or one story arc?
Right.
To where we like what. I mean, I don't. Who's going to tune in for the second half of the season? At
I
this
don't know,
point?
dude. I bet you they lose a lot of viewership over this season
It's-
because
dude,
it is a
it's-
fucking drag.
It's a
dude.
fucking shit,
Yeah,
dude.
it
It
is.
sucks. I
It
mean,
is.
I told you earlier. I was watching last week's episode. It's the first time I can ever remember that I was watching an episode and I just looked at it and went, "How much time is left in this before it's
Right.
fucking over?" Because I'm bored, dude.
Yeah.
I got better shit to do with my time.
It is extremely fucking boring. I agree, and it's sad. But I mean, maybe the second half of the season will pick up. I don't know. But I bet they
I don't
lose
know.
a lot
I mean,
of viewers.
dude, season 2 was pretty fucking boring.
Right.
Where they just spent the entire season fucking looking for one little girl.
Right.
And season 3 was even pretty fucking boring when it was all,
It was.
we're going to go to war, but they never went
They
to
never
war.
went to war. Yeah. I don't
So,
know, man.
I don't know. I mean, I give them some credit, and I got faith in them that something's going to happen, but, dude, like, I'm not excited to watch it anymore at all. I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it because
Right.
I've invested fucking 6 years in this show.
So maybe what you do is wait
But-
for a few episodes, binge watch it all in one shot. I don't know if you can stay awake. I don't know.
I don't know. I've already read reviews of last night's episode, and I'm not excited about watching it at all.
It's not exciting.
It's all
at
based
all.
on one character that I don't give a shit about.
Yep. Nobody gives a shit about this character.
Right. So it's like
Yeah.
why do I want to?
the priest or what?
Why do I
No.
want to watch it? No,
No.
the priest is at least somewhat interesting.
Priest has somewhat interesting. Yeah, no, it's fucking terrible, dude. So, but anyways, good luck on watching it, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. Try and stay awake because
One other thing in entertainment, I told you about this already. I watched Terminator Genesis over the last week. It's all right. It's shit,
okay.
but it's acceptable shit.
Okay.
It's the storyline is really good, and it could have been executed so great.
Right.
The casting and the acting are fucking terrible. That's where the movie suffers.
Right.
The actual story arc is
It
believable.
could have been so much better.
Like
yeah.
I totally bought into it. I'm like, this makes sense.
Right.
I like this.
This could happen.
Yeah, this
Right.
totally could have happened in the Terminator universe.
Right.
But the acting was fucking terrible, man.
I mean, maybe are they trying to reboot? Is that what they're trying to do? You think?
I don't think so. I don't know, man. Here's the thing that happens a lot of times in movies is that a certain studio or director or whatever owns the rights to a movie, but then, at some point they sell them off, right?
Right.
But they can't get the rights back until that, whoever they sold them to stops making the movies. It's kind of like how Marvel didn't own the rights to making any Spider-Man movies for a long time.
Right.
Because they sold them to Sony, and then Sony just kept remaking. That's why they remade Spider-Man back in 2012 or 2014 or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
Because if they hadn't, then the rights would have reverted back to Marvel, and Marvel could have done their own thing.
Right.
So it's the same thing with Terminator. James Cameron sold his rights to the Terminator franchise. And if they don't make X amount of movies over a certain amount of time,
Right.
that he gets the rights back and he can do his own thing with those movies.
Okay.
So I think that's what they were doing. Is they're just kind of it's like a cash grab. They're just making
yeah.
they're making a movie
You know,
just so that they don't have to give up the rights.
There's
to,
a lot of series that I feel they're doing that with.
Yeah.
That they're just doing cash grabs. Like, well, fuck it, we just got to keep milking it.
we just got to keep doing it.
And it sucks because you're gonna burn out an entire generation of people they're gonna go. They're just gonna be jaded. They're gonna go, fuck this. I don't want to watch another sequel of this or whatever, and which is unfortunate. But
Terminator could use a reboot.
It
at this
could.
point.
And
because
don't
the
disagree.
sequels just aren't working. So a reboot actually probably could do them some good, but you got to do it right.
Who would you put in as Terminator this round? Vin Diesel.
No,
he doesn't have to talk much. He doesn't have to talk
way.
much.
No.
I don't know, man.
Fucking A. Arnold, brother.
You can't do Arnold.
You can't. I don't think you can do Arnold anymore.
Well, he's a politician now.
Dude, all right, so that's
So what?
That's the one thing. He's not a politician anymore.
Yeah,
He could be in the movie.
But he
By
that's
day.
actually the one solid thing about Genesis that I liked was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Because he played the old Terminator
Which was
role,
good.
which
right.
was good. Like,
but that's what he's
the way they
that's
wrote
what he
that
does.
was
That's what he
very
does,
good.
though. That's what he does. I mean,
Old, not obsolete.
right.
It was actually really good.
I'm just saying. So who would
If
you?
they remade it, I don't know, man. I mean, it's not like you got to go with the big muscle bound.
I think you have to.
But I kind of think you have to. I mean, if they were to remake it right now, I'd say
The Rock?
The Rock, probably.
No way.
I don't think he'd do it because he doesn't get to talk
I don't
enough.
think he would either.
He doesn't get to talk enough, dude. That's why I'm saying Vin Diesel would be perfect. Like, give him 4 words to say, and that's about the limit of his acting ability.
you.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, man. I'm old school. I've seen him from the beginning.
I know, and we all
It's,
have.
it's just weird.
I agree with Smite though. I'm old school too. That's why I think it'd be good for a reboot, but at the same time, man.
But here's the thing. Here's what I feel.
I'm still
I think
locked
they should
in.
just let it lie,
Dude,
for real.
the first two were two of the greatest fucking movies
That's
I've
what I'm
ever seen
saying.
in my life.
The
so.
first two of any fucking.
Dude, no, the CGI in the second one blew all of us away.
Yeah, dude.
That was the
I
first
actually
time.
just pulled it out and watched it.
That was
on
the first
Saturday.
time we
It
got
was-
to watch that and see that, and we were just like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest
That
thing
came
ever
out
made."
in '92.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies. I was 10 years old when that came out. It
Still
was
some
one of
of the
my
best
favorite
CGI
fucking
in my
movies
opinion.
growing up, man. I watched that thing so many times.
Fuck yeah. And I think, honestly, what it is a reboot. We're old school, okay? But a reboot would be for the new generation.
Yeah.
And we'd hate it, but it would be their old school when they get older,
I'm pretty much fed up with reboots at this point.
I
man.
agree, and everybody, it's been done to
I mean,
death, and it is what it is.
They keep
Yeah.
they
Be
keep
creative,
reboot
make
they-
something new.
Right, they keep rebooting old movies and stuff, and they keep trying to like transition movies that we loved into TV shows.
Or TV shows into movies, vice
Right,
versa, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
Well, and,
Like
and
they
just
run out of ideas.
They
all of a
have
sudden.
no. Hollywood is out of ideas, dude. They have no original content, and it's not to say that. I mean, it's not to say that there's not original content out there, but dude, the movie industry's been around for a long fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
And there's only so many things you can do to one genre, say vampires.
Right.
What the fuck else can you do to vampires, man?
That's true.
I mean, we hit the bottom of the barrel when we made them sparkly and looking like they just stumbled out of a strip club, dude. I mean,
That was some fucking bullshit. I'll tell you that.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Once vampires had feelings, I was like, what the fuck?
Once they care about getting married, you're like, well, that's it for vampires. And zombies, there's only so many things you can do with zombies, dude.
Yeah, they've pretty much tapped the barrel.
I think
on that
World
one,
War
too.
Z was the end of
Dude,
the line on that one.
George Romero actually even said, he's like, dude, World War Z and The Walking Dead killed the zombie generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's over now.
For me, World War Z killed it because once zombies can run 60 fucking miles an hour,
Yeah,
that's it. It's over,
It's
dude.
over.
It's over.
The world's over.
That was the only way we could get through the zombie apocalypse because they were slow as shit. Now they can go 60 miles an hour. We're fucked, dude. That's
We're
it.
fucked, yeah,
there's no
right,
way. There's no
exactly.
way you win that war, dude.
You only have so many bullets.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, the reboot thing. At some point, now what you're getting is these shorter movies, these independent guys, and a lot of those are pretty good. And documentaries, that's really taken a turn. They're documentaries are a lot more entertaining than it used to be when we were kids and you saw them on PBS.
fuck
I
yeah.
love documentaries.
But so do I,
I do
now.
too.
I do
Yeah.
too, yeah.
But
Now,
I mean,
now that I'm older, I do.
Documentaries have now taken a more theatrical turn, though. So, whereas think about the documentaries on PBS when we were kids, we were like, "Oh my
I was
god!"
thinking
Like
of
it was the
Mutual
fucking
of
worst,
Omaha.
dude. Yeah.
I remember that one the most.
Yeah.
What was that dude's name? Hi, I'm blah 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 from
Yeah.
Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah.
And then he'd talk about
Just random shit.
yeah,
dude.
like just random fucking.
I'm Troy McClure, that
Yeah.
type of guy. Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
That's what I remember mostly was the Mutual of Omaha. That's the documentaries that I remember watching.
that's
as
what
a
I'm
kid.
saying, and they were so fucking boring, dude. So
Wah,
boring.
wah, for
But
The
now-
president's on. He is on every channel.
1962. My woman put my black ass out in the cold. I said, baby, why you leaving? She said, I love doggone cold. Well, I waded through water and I waded through mud till I come to this place they calls the Bucket of Blood. You know that bartender give me a dirty look and a dirty glass. I said, say, motherfucker, do you know who I am? He said, hell no, nigga, I don't give a goddamn. I reached down in my pocket and pulled out my shiny 44. Shot that motherfucker twice. He hit the goddamn floor. About that time, you could have heard the drop of a pin. That's when that bad motherfucker Billy Lyons walked in. About that time, a pimp eased up and turned out the lights. That's when I had old Billy Lyons dead in my sight. When the lights come back on, old Billy'd gone to rest. I pumped 9 of my bullets in his motherfucking chest.